Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We will continue from ayat number 58 of Surah Yusuf. Then came Joseph's brethren. They entered his presence, and he knew them, but they knew him not. And when he had furnished them forth with provisions suitable for them, he said, Bring to me a brother you have of the same father as yourselves, but a different mother. See you not that I hand out full measure, and that I do provide the best hospitality? Now if you bring him not to me, you shall have no measure of corn from me, nor shall you even come near me. They said, We shall certainly seek to get our wish about him from his father. Indeed, we shall do it. And Joseph told his servants to put their stock and trade with which they had bartered into their saddlebags, so they should know it only when they return to their people, in order that they might come back. Now when they returned to their father, they said, O our father, no more measure of grain shall we get unless we take our brother. So send our brother with us, that we may get our measure, and we will indeed take every care of him. He said, Shall I trust you with him with any result other than when I trusted you with his brother aforetime? But Allah is best to take care of him, and He is most merciful of those who show mercy. Then, when they opened their baggage, they found their stock and trade had been returned to them. They said, O our father, what more can we desire? This our stock and trade has been returned to us, so we shall get more food for our family. We shall take care of our brother, and at the same time a full camel's load of grain to our provisions. This is but a small quantity. Jacob said, Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam ne kaha, Never will I send him with you until you swear a solemn oath to me in Allah's name that you will be sure to bring him back to me unless you are yourselves hemmed in and made powerless. And when they had sworn their solemn oath, he said, Over all what we say, be Allah the witness and the guardian. Further he said, O my sons, enter not all by one gate, enter by different gates, not that I can profit you at all against Allah with my advice. None can command except Allah. In him do I put my trust, and let all the trust put their trust in him. And when they entered in the manner their father had enjoined, it did not profit them in the least against the plan of Allah. It was but a necessity of Jacob's soul which he discharged. For he was by our instruction full of knowledge and experience, but most men know not. Now when they came into Joseph's presence, he received his full brother to stay with him. He said to him, Behold, I am your own brother, so grieve not at any of their doings. At length, when he had furnished them forth the provisions suitable for them, he put the drinking cup in his brother's saddle bag. Then shouted out a crier, O you in the caravan, behold, you are thieves without doubt. They said, turning towards them, What is it that you miss? They said, We miss the great beaker of the king. For him who produces it is the reward of a camel load, and I will be bound by it. The brother said, By Allah, well you know that we came not to make mischief in the land, and we are no thieves. The Egyptians said, What then shall be the penalty of this, if you are proved to have lied? They said, The penalty should be that he in whose saddlebag it is found should be held as bondman to atone for the crime. Thus it is we punish the wrongdoers. So he began the search with their baggage. Before he came to the baggage of his brother, at length he brought it out of his brother's baggage. Thus did we plan for Joseph. He could not take his brother by the law of the king, except that Allah willed it so. We raised to degrees of his wisdom whom we pleased. But over all endued with knowledge is one, the all-knowing. They said, If he steals, there was a brother of his who did steal before him. But these things did Joseph keep locked in his heart, revealing not the secrets to them. He simply said to himself, Ye are the worst situated, and Allah knows best the truth of what you assert. They said, O exalted one, behold, he has a father, aged and vulnerable. Yaqub alayhi salam के बारे में बता रहे हैं, who will grieve for him. So take one of us in his place, for we see that you are gracious in doing good. He said, Allah forbid that we take other than him with whom we found our property. Indeed, if we did so, we should be acting wrongfully. Now, when they saw no hope of his yielding, they held a conference in private. The leader among them said, Know you not that your father did take an oath from you in Allah's name, and how before this you did fail in your duty with Joseph? Therefore, I will not leave the land until my father permits me or Allah commands me, and he is the best to command. Go you back to your father and say, O our father, behold, our son committed theft. We bear witness only to what we know, and we could not well guard against the unseen. Ask at the town where we have been and the caravan in which we returned, and you will find we are indeed telling the truth. पहले तो उन्होंने सच नहीं बोला था, अब वो अपने फादर को याद दिला रहे हैं, यकीन दिलानी करा रहे हैं कि भाई अब हम सच ही बोल रहे हैं अब्बू जी. Jacob said, No, but you have yourselves contrived a story good enough for you, so patience is most fitting for me. Maybe Allah will bring them back all to me in the end, for he is indeed full of knowledge and wisdom. And he turned away from them and said, How great is my grief for Joseph. And his eyes became white with sorrow, and he fell into silent melancholy. They said, By Allah, never will you cease to remember Joseph until you reach the last extremity of illness or until you die. He said, I only complain of my distraction and anguish to Allah, and I know from Allah that which you know not. And O my sons, go and inquire about Joseph and his brother, and never give up hope of Allah's soothing mercy. Truly, no one despairs of Allah's soothing mercy except those who have no faith. Then when they came back into Joseph's presence, they said, O exalted one, distress has seized us and our family. We have now brought you scanty capital, so pay us full measure. We pray you and treat it as charity to us, for Allah does reward the charitable. He said, Know you how you dealt with Joseph and his brother, not knowing what you are doing? They said, Are you indeed Joseph? अब वो पूछते हैं क्या तुम वाकई में यूसुफ हो? He said, I am Joseph and this is my brother. Allah has indeed been gracious to us all. Behold, he that is righteous and patient. Never will Allah suffer the reward to be lost of those who do right. They said, By Allah, indeed Allah has preferred you above us, and we certainly have been guilty of sin. He said, This day let no reproach be cast on you. Allah will forgive you, and he is most merciful of those who show mercy. Go with this my shirt and cast it over the face of my father. He will come to see clearly. Then come here to me together with all your family. When the caravan left Egypt, their father said, I do indeed scant the presence of Joseph. No, think me not a dotard. They said, By Allah, truly you are in your old wandering mind. Then when the bearer of the good news came, he cast the shirt over his face, and he forthwith regained clear sight. He said, Did I not say to you, I know from Allah that which you know not? They said, O our father, ask for our forgiveness for our sins, for we were truly at fault. He said, Soon I will ask my Lord for forgiveness for you, for he is indeed oft forgiving, most merciful. Then when they entered the presence of Joseph, he provided a home for his parents with himself, and said, Enter you Egypt, all in safety, if it please Allah. And he raised his parents high on the throne of dignity, and they fell down in prostration all before him. He said, O my father, this is fulfillment of my dream of old. Allah has made it come true. He was indeed good to me when he took me out of prison and brought you all here out of desert, even after Satan has sown enmity between us and my brothers. Surely my Lord understands best the mysteries of all that he plans to do, for surely he is full of knowledge and wisdom. Finally, Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam के पास उनकी पूरी फैमिली रिटर्न हो गई थी. O my Lord, you have indeed bestowed on me some power and taught me something of the interpretation of dreams and events. O you creator of the heavens and the earth, you are my protector in this world and in the hereafter. take you my soul at death as one submitting to your will as a Muslim, and unite me with the righteous. Ameen, so Ameen. Such is one of the stories of what happened unseen, which we reveal by inspiration unto you. Nor were you present with them when they concerted their plans together in the process of weaving their plots. Yet no faith the greater part of mankind have, however ardently you desire it, and no reward do you ask of them for this. It is no less than a message for all creatures. And how many signs in the heavens and the earth do they pass by, yet turn their faces away from them, and most of them believe not in Allah without associating others as partners with Him. Do they then feel secure from the coming against them of the covering veil and of the wrath of Allah, or of the coming against them of the final hour, all of a sudden, while they perceive not? Say you, this is my way. I do invite unto Allah on evidence clear as the seeing with one's eyes. I and whoever follows me, glory to Allah, and never will I join gods with Allah. Nor did we send before you as messengers any but men, whom we did inspire, men living in human habitations. Do they not travel through the earth and see what was the end of those before them? But the home of the hereafter is best for those who do right. Will you not then understand? Respite will be granted until when the messengers gave up hope of their people and come to think that they were treated as liars. There reaches them our help, and those whom we will are delivered into safety, but never will be warded off our punishment from those who are in sin. There is in their stories instructions for men endued with understanding. It is not a tale invented but a confirmation of what went before it, a detailed exposition of all things, and a guide and a mercy to any such as believe. यहाँ पे सूरह यूसुफ ख़त्म हो गई है. इस सूरत में प्राइमरीली हज़रत यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम का पूरा वाक़या अपने फ़ादर से सेपरेशन और फिर अपनी फैमिली से रीयूनाइटिंग का था. और इन दी एंड उसके बाद अल्लाह ताला बेसिकली हमें गाइड कर रहा है कि ये आयात हैं, ये साइंस हैं, इनको सोचो और इन सब को पे गौर व फ़िक्र करके ये जानते हुए कि तमाम नबी इंसान ही थे, वो अल्लाह ताला की तरफ बुलाते थे. तुम भी अल्लाह ताला से तौबा करो और अल्लाह ताला की बातों को यकीन करो और उन पर बिलीव करो. In the next video we will continue from Surah Ar-Ra'd. Thank you.